I am Dot Zacharias, sleep coach and I rest yoga nidra teacher and contribute to the Nourish app. So welcome to this Wind Down Wednesday session. I'm really happy to be here talking to you today about how to take the edge off that tired but wired feeling. You know that feeling when we are exhausted but we just can't stop moving? I think of it when I'm brushing my teeth and walking around the house at the same time, picking up random clothes and putting them in the washing basket, or it's 10:30 at night and I should be sleeping but I'm sort of frantically scrubbing something in the kitchen, or cannot just stop. And it's normal when we are really busy and we've got lots to do, but often we're busy doing things that probably could wait, but we're just stuck in that doing mode. We're finding it really hard to switch off, or even just to wind down, to slow down. And it's often quite visible on our faces, and it's really important to become sort of conscious of that feeling, that internal feeling. But it's a sort of it's a highly it's slightly stressed, that obviously fight or flight mode, that kind of like we're in hyper alert. And it often happens when we are tired, because when we're running on low, it takes us extra energy to get through everything we need to. And so that can increase actually our circadian alerting signals, which actually are really fighting to keep us awake and keep us active. So we kind of get stuck into this doing mode. And it's normal when we've got loads going on, a lot of excitement. And I had this on Monday, so I was so wired and in a good way that I just found it really hard to sleep. I could feel that kind of adrenaline in my body that was just so keeping me awake. I couldn't go to sleep until slightly later, and I woke up, just wide awake in the morning. And I noticed through the next day, of course, how when you're tired and you've got lots to do, you are fighting to stay awake. But one of the things that I do for myself, and I encourage other people to do as well, is to, when you're in that kind of tired and slightly more vulnerable state, when you are tired and fighting to kind of stay awake, is to find the right balance. So yes, we need to kind of maybe it's normal to have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee to keep us awake. But in general, when I am tired, I try to limit my caffeine. I'll have more coffee, for example. I'll only ever drink coffee when I'm on holiday, when I'm fully relaxed and rested, because it won't have such a strong impact on my nervous system. Whereas when I am tired, I really notice the impact of caffeine, not just on my ability to stay awake, but also my stress level. So it'll get me really, that wired but tired feeling comes back quite strongly. So if I've had a bad night's sleep, I'll typically try and just reduce caffeine in the afternoon and start already thinking in the afternoon about how am I going to pave the way for a better night's sleep. So I start already getting myself into the mindset of, okay, let's nurture, let's restore, let's calm things down and make sure that I'm going to be really primed to fall asleep and have a really restorative night's sleep. So there's a couple of things you can do if you're feeling that tired but wired state in the evening where you just can't sort of turn off. And doing a couple of things can really just take 2 or 5 minutes, can really help to slow things down inside. So one of the things I love from the Nourish app I did just yesterday was Olivia's snow dome exercise. So imagining yourself as the snow dome, and you shake it up and you've got all of these sparkles flying everywhere. It's busy, it's frantic, and that's, for me, really what it feels like. And so as we kind of stop and slow down, take a breath, and then as we stop shaking and see the snow within the snow dome just start to settle and slow down, and we can pick apart the individual pieces and watch it settle. And I love this exercise because it really for me demonstrates that kind of, just in 2 minutes of stopping, breathing and letting everything settle, can have a drastic effect and can really take the edge off that tired but wired feeling. We can feel our body opening, softening, and just everything settling a little bit. So I really recommend that one if you are feeling that kind of frantic energy in the evening. Another thing I love is to do something physical. So going out for a walk for 10 minutes can often do the world of good, trying to be mindful, breathing in the fresh air, noticing the light, the colour, noticing how I'm feeling right now and appreciating everything that's happened in my day. Really kind of almost taking a step back and saying, wow, this is what I'm doing. And, I've been looking after my kids, and I've been working, and I've been doing all these different things. And, what a busy day. So taking just a little step back and seeing where we are as you take a 10-minute walk around the block can be great as well. And we come back with a kind of fresh perspective. Other things that I love to do just to wind down and take that kind of edge off that wired feeling is getting onto my yoga mat just for 2 to 5 minutes. It's amazing how just getting into the body and changing the position can invite a breath which is more nourishing, which is more rejuvenating, and can kind of really get into some of those achy bits in the body and change the state of your mind as well. So I love on the app Susie's brilliant child pose or the lying down twist. Just some really simple exercises, and it's nice to do it as well with that kind of support and just reminding you how to do it and what to look out for to make the most out of the poses. So I hope that's given you a couple of ideas to just go away now and just do 2 to 5 minutes, really just to take the edge off that tired but wired feeling, both to give yourself a kind of rest and reset right now, to calm things down so that your evening is a little bit less frantic, a little bit smoother, and maybe you can see a little bit more clearly what really needs to be done this evening and what can wait, in the interest of getting a peaceful night's sleep and having a bit of quality time, either with your kids, with just on your own, with your partner. It can change kind of your perspective for the evening, as well as paving the way for a really good night's sleep. So it's really important that we wind down in the evenings, and that we slowly start taking the load off, start bringing the energy down from our head into our chest, into our body. Stretching the body is the best way to really get a good night's sleep, so that you can feel rested and positive and resourceful tomorrow, because I'm sure you need it with everything you've got on right now. So wishing you a very, very peaceful evening, and of course a wonderful night's sleep, and I will see you very soon.